All right, book today for a quick 5-minute review is How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. And this is one of the greatest books ever made about building relationships with other people. Why is it important to build relationships with other people? Our lives are filled with relationships that we have to have a successful life. Relationship with your family, with your friends, with your spouse or your girlfriend or boyfriend, business relationships with your boss, at your job. So if you can win people over as friends and make them like you and have influence over them, it's going to be a huge benefit for your life. His book covers many of the major techniques for making good relationships with people. A couple things he talks about. He talks about your body language. Leaning in when you listen to people, making eye contact when you talk to people, genuinely listening to other people. How often when we're in a conversation, and I know I have a problem with this, you're just thinking about what you want to put into the conversation next, what you want to say next, what your opinion is next. And so he talks about genuinely listening to the other person, asking genuine questions, and that's the way to make the other person feel good about themselves, which is going to make them like you more. He talks about the way you present yourself, and I think that's really a good point. He says you want to make great first impressions with other people. And one of the best ways you can make a first impression with other people, and this has been scientifically proven, is by just having a genuine smile on your face. Makes you less threatening, makes you more likable. But you want to think about that. Anytime you're going out in public, you're making an impression on other people. By the way you dress, by the way you talk, by the way you behave, by the persona you're putting out there, the mood you're in, the mood you're portraying. So that's important as well. He talks about how to influence other people. He talks about arguments. Are kind of lose-lose situations for everyone. You want to avoid arguments. You don't want to bring anger into your relationships with other people. You want to be honest with your positions on things. If you disagree, you want to portray that, but you want to try to see both points of view with the problem and look for solutions instead of problems. In the last part of the book, he talks about if you're a leader and you have to correct people, how to go about doing that. If you're going to find fault, make sure you tell the other person some ways you made mistakes as well. Make sure you give the other person an opportunity to save face where they're not embarrassed in front of everyone. You don't want to embarrass people around other people. You want to make the system seem easy to correct and no big deal to correct. You don't want to make it into such a big deal. I think many times in life we make things into way bigger deals than they need to be. So he's just kind of saying get right to the solution, give the other person the chance to make the correction and move on, and let the other person know that if you're in a leadership position that you've made many of the same mistakes yourself. So overall, it's a great book. I recommend it to anyone who's trying to increase the quality of their relationships in their life. And How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie is definitely a book worth reading for anyone. Thank you.